What is happening, Internet? How's everybody doing? We had a massive info dump today for Batman Day. It was James Gunn, Jim Lee, the project lead of Lego Batman Dark Knight Legacy. We had somebody from the Lego group. It was an 8-minute video. So tomorrow you guys will have a 15-minute video going over everything that was in that. But I want to challenge Google AI, because Google AI says there will only be 35 Batsuits, and that goes against what Traveler's Tales has said, which, again, I've told you before that this is impossible. They keep saying this. But I have a list of 40 Batsuits that I was able, off the top of my head, confirmed suits that there have been 10 confirmed suits, which we'll go over. And then I wrote just now 35 on my own. Or, sorry, I wrote 30 more, because there was already 10 confirmed, and then I wrote a bunch of other ones, which is, you know, I'm kind of leaning toward what Traveler's Tales said. So before we get to the big info dump, I just want to talk about the Batsuits first, or I'm going to go crazy. Like, it's on the top of my head, so I want to get that taken care of first. Okay, and I'm going to open up my own list because otherwise I'm going to get lost here. And if you guys have, you know, really burning questions that you can't wait, you can always super chat. Super chat goes right there. Otherwise, it's really hard for me to, you know, stay on task. Things like that. I do have ADD, so it's, if I know there's an immediate urgency, like, I will get to your comment. But let me read the things that I wrote real quick, and just explain why the 35 Batsuits does not work, especially if you go by what Traveler's Tales has been saying. You won't be able to fit everything, because what they've been saying for the past, like, almost month now is that this game will feature every single Batmobile, which, no, not possible. You can't feature every Batmobile, because each of the Lego games that TT Games made, which we're here with the OG Lego Batman, the Batmobile over there is inspired by Batman Forever and Lego's own unique design. The Batwing that you see over there near Robin, where Nightwing is running toward, the Batwing there is a combination of the '89 Batwing from Keaton's movie and then Lego's own distinct variation of the Batwing, and they combined it. So there you have two unique vehicles right there in itself. But they've been saying that all the popular Batsuits, all the movie and the animated and the video game Batsuits will be in this game. Plus, they said every Batmobile, which I don't see how. But confirmed Batsuits: the Pattinson Batsuit, Keaton, Bale, The Dark Knight, Sonar, Batman Forever, Batman Brave and the Bold, Rainbow Batman, First Appearance, 40 Serial Batman, Adam West, and Batman the Animated Series. So there are your confirmed 10 Batsuits out of 35, supposedly. Then what I did is I wrote 30 more, I believe. Or, yeah, something like that. Or I wrote, how many more did I write? I wrote, yeah, about 30. But, realistically, you'll get BVS, so people need to stop saying, oh, Affleck's not going to be in the game. The BVS Batmobile has already been leaked, and we're just waiting for confirmation on what Affleck's suit is going to be. Is it going to be the armor where he fought Superman, which I don't think is necessary, or will it be his worn, torn Frank Miller suit? And if BVS Batman is in it, what does that mean for Frank Miller? After BVS, for number 11, I have Beyond. Then I have Clooney. Then number 14 is Beware. Number 15 is Justice League, the animated series. Number 16 is Hush. Number 17 is Kingdom Come. These are all iconic suits, by the way. Number 18 is 70s, Neil Adams. 19 is Frank Miller, like The Dark Knight Returns. 20 is the New 52. 21, DC Rebirth. 22, Knightfall. 23, The Long Halloween. 24, Young Justice Animated Series. 25, Justice League Action Animated Series. 26, Batman Unlimited, which was an animated movie universe. Decent Batsuit, but will you get it? I don't know. Lego Batman 1, 27. 28, Arkham. Now we know both the Arkham Batsuit and a Arkham Batmobile are in Lego Batman 4. So that's already been confirmed. But we haven't seen actual pictures or moving or anything like that. Telltale Batman, number 29. 30, the 2025 brand new Batsuit that DC is definitely going to want to push. I'm not talking about Absolute Batman. I'm talking about the brand new blue and gray Batsuit that has the blue bat insignia. It's a brand new Batsuit that just debuted this summer. So they'll probably want to have that Batsuit because Jim Lee created it, I believe. So that'll probably be in the game. Injustice Batsuit, based on all the Injustice rumors. That's 31. 32, Batman INC, very popular Batman comic run. Iconic suit. Batman Year 1, Frank Miller, 33. 34, Earth 2. Could be either Earth 2 Batman, like Bruce Wayne, or Earth 2 Thomas Wayne. Flashpoint, another very important Batsuit, number 35. Number 36, Absolute, which probably, I don't know. 37, Death Metal. 38, the brand new DCU movie Batman. That will probably definitely make it in this game. So, there you go with that. Number 39, the 04 Batman cartoon. And then number 40, the New Adventures, Batman the Animated Series, Season 4. So that right there is 40 Batsuits. With 10 confirmed and the others being speculation. But you see where I'm going with this when Google AI says there's only going to be 35 Batsuits. If that's the case, then how in the world, right, can people say, like Traveler's Tales and other people, that they're going to have all the movie Batsuits, which there are 7 movie Batsuits. Keaton all the way through Pattinson makes 7. I believe, or wait, no, West was 66. Then it goes West, it goes Keaton, Kilmer, Clooney, Bale, Affleck, and then Pattinson is the 7th film Batman. But they also have the serial Batman now. So the 1940s serial Batman was confirmed along with the Adam West suit. Like, they showed it. So that happened. And I was like, wow, they're really going to go and they're going to do the 1940s film suit on top of that. It's like, okay, that's interesting. We did Penguin's Lair last time, so we're on this now. We're over here. We're over here, yes. But you can just, like, I could literally make a list of 50 Batsuits. Like, that's not a problem. There's lots of obscure things that you can borrow from. I made a video 3 weeks ago discussing, I believe I did a video with 35 or 50 Batsuits. I don't remember. I don't think it was 60. I don't think so. But I did one with that. And you guys can always watch that and go over stuff. But I did that. And what I read to you just now, that was 40 Batsuits. Like, just off the top of my head. And those Batsuits, the ones that I talked about briefly, those are all popular, well-known Batsuits, right? Like, they're all, like, most people know the ones that I was talking about. So, there's that. And, I hope that Clooney isn't in it, but he probably will be. The fact that they had Batman Forever, and we saw the Batman Forever Batmobile today, which they confirmed, like, the Batman Forever Batmobile was there. At the Gamescom, they had all the movie Batsuits at their booth. So they had Affleck, they had Sonar, they had Clooney, they had Bale, they had Keaton, they had Pattinson. So all the movie Batsuits were actually on display in some shape or form at Gamescom. Like, I think Affleck and Pattinson's Batsuits were actually, like, their real Batsuits were on display. You had giant Lego statues of Forever, Bale, and, like, the Lego Batman. Something like that, so. But, with the news dump that you guys got today, a lot of you guys have been saying for a while, oh, they have the, I feel like I did this one already. Did we already do this level? I feel like we did this level. I think we did. I think we did this last time. I'm just gonna double check, if you don't mind. I don't like replaying the same levels I've already done. I was getting a serious sense of deja vu. So I wanna double check and see if I already did that. And then we'll continue talking about more stuff. There's another Batman stream after this. It's Batman Vengeance, by the way. Okay, so I'm gonna go to the Catwoman video from a while ago. Where were we? And of course, I got ads. I got ads. So a lot of people are saying, why don't you have massive long title for the stream? It's like writing out Lego Batman 4 Lego Batman Dark Legacy is a lot to write down, and the bigger that your title is, the less people show up. So Lego Batman 4 is an abbreviation of the new game, and I realized the new game is a whatchamacallit, it is a reboot. I've known that for a while. In fact, I was one of the first content creators to say it was a reboot. But it's a good tagline because it is the 4th Lego Batman game, even though it reboots everything. So we did do that level. So then we need the next level in tow, which is the next level will be, and I'm not doing the vehicle level. A little fun out the big top. This is the next one. Hi. Okay. So where were we? We talked about the bat suits. I was interrupted by something, and then I got distracted by something. And we're on. What were we on? We were on. Bat suits. Batmobiles. Yeah, I think we were talking about the Batmobiles. So, in today's video that released for Batman Day with James Gunn and Jim Lee talking, they showed how beautiful the Batman Forever Batmobile looks. In tomorrow's upload at noon, I will show you what the Batman Forever Batmobile looks like. So the confirmed Batmobiles that you have seen with your eyes are as follows. You have the Battinson, so the 2022. You have the Tumbler from 2008. Or 2005, sorry. Tumbler from 05, the Dark Knight trilogy. And then you have the Adam West Mobile, which was showcased in the mini documentary today. And you have the Batman Forever Batmobile. At Gamescom, they had leaked silhouettes of the Arkham Batmobile, the animated series Batmobile, and the BVS Batmobile. We have not seen like actual footage or pictures of those Batmobiles yet, but we have the silhouettes. And the fact that the silhouette of Batman the Animated Series proved that the animated series skin was in the game, because the animated series skin was just revealed on their Twitter today. Like, I don't know if you knew that or not, but if you go to the Lego Batman Twitter, as well as a friend of mine, the Lego Batman News channel, I think he's got like 35,000 followers on his Twitter now. He might have more, I don't know. But he also was retweeting the Batsuits and the Batmobile stuff that was shown today. As well as he takes pictures. So he's really good with staying up to date with that. So, you know, so off the top of my head right now, that's confirmed. You have 4 Batmobiles that you'll be able to get from Batmite and other things. And those 4 Batmobiles are Pattinson, Bale, Kilmer, and West. TV's Adam West. So that's 4 Batmobiles. Plus, you have Bale's Batcycle, you have police cars, and I think you have the Bruce Wayne 1940s vehicle that, you know, his first appearance used to drive around in. Which in the Batman serial, which is really weird, in the serial from the 1940s, it just shows you how they weren't thinking about this stuff. But Batman actually drives around a car that is registered to Bruce Wayne. It is the same Cadillac that they drove around as Dick Grayson and Bruce Wayne in the 40s Batman serials. And nobody even thought about it, really. What they did is, when they're driving around as Bruce Wayne and Robin, or Bruce Wayne and Dick, they have the top of the vehicle down, like the whatever it is. And then when they're driving around as Batman, they put the hood, or was it the hood? The ceiling? I don't know. The roof. They put the roof up. And then it becomes the Batmobile. But it's the same color. It's the same make and model of the vehicle. And, you know, in the 40s, when they were making these film serials, they just weren't thinking about, couldn't someone just, like, put 2 and 2 together and be like, that's Batman? But, you know, that's... The 40s Batman serials were something else. They were very, very interesting. But you have serial Batman now, which is... I'm just going to call him 40s Batman, personally. Because 1939 Batman, 40s serial Batman, Adam West. Everything is going in order. If they go in order of bat suits, then that means you will get a Silver Age bat suit. Because you don't have a Silver Age one yet. You have first appearance, then you've got the movie serial, which is 1940-something. Then you have Adam West, which would be 66, so that means you're going to get some type of bat suit from the 1950s, beyond Rainbow Batman. Rainbow Batman 1957. So you'd probably get the one thing. But I was just thinking about this. This just popped in my head. Okay? They don't have to give you every single Batsuit to reflect an era, because they already have Brave and the Bold. And Brave and the Bold, for me, would cover the bases for both 1970s Batman as well as Silver Age Batman, because it has a very similar appearance to it. Like, that's just my, you know, analysis. But, again, if they want to go with 35 or 50 or even 40 Batsuits, the list that I wrote in this video is pretty, you know, pretty simple. It shows all the iconic Batsuits and stuff like that. All the ones that people would know. And out of, like, the 35, I would think that only maybe 25 or even 20 would be necessary, personally. For the super nerds and things like, you know, Flashpoint and things like that, totally. But Serial Batman came out of nowhere, thin air for me, because what I was told a while ago is they were just going to have the first appearance for the Golden Age, and then they were going to have all the film Batmen. Because I did have somebody finally get back to me. Remember when I said I was writing people during Gamescom and I was waiting for people to come back? So I was speaking to an old contact, and it doesn't necessarily mean their age, it just means how long they've been around. So I was speaking to them, and I got a response back, and I was like, okay. So they didn't say film Batman. They told me things like Affleck, they said animated series, which I said, you know, your speculation videos are fine, but until we officially confirm the animated series skin, probably don't lean too heavily into that. You know, and I have no confirmation when we're actually going to drop that. But, you know, they mentioned to me the animated series Batman skin would be in it. They're like, yeah, based on... They said we should probably been careful with the Batmobiles that were silhouetted at the event. Because he says we probably should have figured out people would figure out stuff. So, but the animated series Batsuit I've known about for whenever Gamescom was. I just been trying to be good about that because, you know, speculation is fine, but if you actually know what's going on, you can get in trouble. That's always the case, no matter what. So I've been kind of distancing myself from certain Batsuit discussions. But now it's a lot easier to talk about that. And I like what they did with the animated series suit. I think it looks really good. But just thinking to myself, you could easily just not do 1970s Batman. And I know a lot of people are going to be like, well, hold up. You know, 70s Batman has appeared in everything. From the Arkham games to, like, even some Lego Batman games. 70s Batman is very iconic. And I agree with you. But I don't know if he's necessarily... If we're only getting 35 Batsuits, then he's just taking up a slot. You know? So, especially because my argument is you now have the animated series Batman, which is perfect for the 90s, right? It's essentially the 1970s Batsuit, but it's darker. It's got that 90s edge, that dark Deku style. So is Dennis O'Neil and Neil Adams' 1970s Batsuit really necessary at that point? My argument would be no, because you have both Brave and the Bold, and you have that. But then on top of that, then Traveler's Tales officially reveals the 1940s serial Batsuit when... You know, not long ago, they revealed the first appearance suit, which is the same thing. If you look at the structure of the first appearance Batsuit with the purple gloves and the very prominent ears, and then you compare it to the 1940s serial Batsuit, it's the same thing except it's void of color. It's almost identical. It's just like, you know, it's got a little bit more stitching, and it looks like a cheap cosplay or Party City suit. But it's still the same Batsuit as the 1939 first appearance. It's just lacking color. It's the same thing. So then, in theory, you could make the argument, well, yeah, then 1970s Batsuit will be in it, even though it's a lighter blue than both the animated series and Batman Brave and the Bold. And the Batman the Brave and the Bold has shorter ears. Right? And I personally would love the 70s Batsuit. But I'm just saying, like, if they're going to limit us to the type of Batsuits that you get, then, I mean, my list is pretty concrete. Like, it flows, it works well with the 10 that have been confirmed. And then it has, like, the other ones that leave it up to, like, you know, those are all based on iconic status of Batsuits. But anyway, let's discuss the Wayne Manor. So Wayne Manor, how the game is going to work is Wayne Manor is in the game and will have a prominent role. The Batcave is located underneath, and as we've spoken before, the Batcave is going to be fully customizable to your taste. If you have a particular Batmobile you want to show off, and then have the other ones, like, you know, look really cool in the garage, which there will be a garage, where you can display the various Batmobiles and stuff like that, so that'll be kind of cool. But Wayne Manor will have a very prominent role in both the story and free roam. The beginning of the game, how we have official confirmation now how the game starts, because we know how the game begins now. The game begins with young Bruce Wayne, and they're going to do a variation of Batman Begins. And then from the young Bruce Wayne falling into the pit, like, you know, Year One and Batman Begins, you're going to have you're going to have Bruce Wayne go to Tibet, like Batman Begins, and he is going to train with the League of Shadows, or League of Assassins. And that's where you're going to meet Talia. And then from there, I don't know what happens next. I believe, from what I've heard, is they go right into the demo that everybody played. Like the demo, the 35-minute-hour demo that was available at Gamescom, and will be available if you didn't get a chance to play it. If you're going to New York Comic Con, I believe that WB is going to have a presence there, and they're going to reveal some new stuff, but the demo from Gamescom should be available for both press and attendees to play. I don't know if they're going to have like a big booth for it, or if it's just going to be like, hey, this is kind of like a Warner Brothers booth. I don't know. I will not be attending New York Comic Con. I have, my Jeep is totaled. Well, not totaled. My Jeep is busted. So I have to spend, like $1,400 to get my Jeep to pass inspection so that, you know, we don't get pulled over and have a nasty, ticket or even get our car impounded. So I will not be attending any conventions this year. All of my resources have to go to making sure my car is street legal again. And my Jeep is not legal. I just got brand new tires. I have to get alignment. I have to get new brakes. I have to get a brake flush. And I need something done with the undercarriage. So there's a lot going on with that, you know, we can't afford to go to any conventions. So if you guys are going to New York Comic Con or whatever, I wish you well. Hope you have fun. And highly likely the Batman demo will be available. But just the demo that was at Gamescom. So don't expect anything new. During the event of Gamescom and Tokyo Game Show, we'll probably get more stuff about Batman. I don't know if that's true or not, though. It's possible. Tokyo Game Show is coming up. And that's another big thing. Just like Gamescom essentially was the E3 of, you know, Western stuff now. In fact, it's kind of a shame because I don't know if you knew this or not, but when Gamescom started, that was a European thing. And when we lost E3 here in America, have you noticed the globalization that's been happening with the German, like, game convention? It's completely changed to basically E3 2. It wasn't that way before. It was a German or, like, European speaking, like, you know, they didn't really speak English at all. I had a colleague who used to attend Gamescom when it first started. They had English in it, but it was mostly like, this is a European thing. You know, if you want the English E3, then you go to E3 in LA. But because we lost that and E3 closed its doors down, now Gamescom is basically being, you know, we're kind of like symbioting that into like a Western English-speaking event. You know? I don't know if you knew that or not, but it's true. So we've kind of, you know, we kind of commandeered it a little bit because there's a lot of high-profile people from E3 that are involved with Gamescom now. So, there's that. But those of you going to New York Comic Con, most likely you will have some pretty cool stuff to experience. And I'm guessing that they'll do a trickle of information for Lego Batman. So, at the beginning of the game, you start in Wayne Manor. I don't know if you get to explore it or if it's all cinematic-based, but you'll be able to explore Wayne Manor later in the game. So that is huge. In the trailer today, they showed a little bit more of Wayne Enterprises. So, Wayne Enterprises is, like, of course, you know, Bruce Wayne's thing. It actually looks similar to the Wayne Enterprises of both Lego Batman 2 and Arkham. So that's kind of a big deal. We also saw that, if I'm not mistaken, the Gotham City Police Department that they showed in the trailer today looked an awful lot like Arkham Knight. It's Gotham City GCPD building. You guys might have to help me out there, but based on all my time playing Arkham Knight, it looked very similar to the Gotham PD that we saw in Arkham Knight. So it looks like they're taking inspiration from pretty much everything. They also showed another few locations from the trailer, different parts of Gotham, as well as they talked a little bit more about free roaming and how there will be an emphasis on, as I speculated before, now we have official confirmation, there will be crimes in progress that you as Batman will need to stop and help people. Jim Lee and James Gunn both discussed this today, and before that was just speculation. I was just assuming, okay, based on this and a couple rooftop sequences we saw at Gamescom, you know, now we know for sure that there is going to be a rescue the civilians aspect of the game where you're gliding or driving around in your Batmobile and you hear somebody calling out for help, and you can go help those people. Now, I don't know if you'll get more points towards unlocking a Batsuit or a Batmobile or what have you, but, you know, part of the fun of superhero games is being able to explore and, you know, do the mini side missions that have no connection to the main story whatsoever. So if you just want to free roam Gotham and, you know, collect stuff and rescue civilians and drive around in the Batmobile and glide to your heart's content and find collectibles and find Batmite and all this other stuff, you can do that. And what's great about the rescuing people and, you know, stopping crimes in progress and all this other stuff is once you complete the game, that's going to add more replay value. Just like Spider-Man 2. When I mean Spider-Man 2, I'm talking about the OG Spider-Man 2 with Tobey Maguire. I'm not talking about the recent Spider-Man 2 game. I would say that there's more to do in the 2018 Spider-Man game than there is in Spider-Man 2. That's just me. But that's my reasoning with that. So in the 2004 Spider-Man 2 game on GameCube and PS2, there were crimes in progress all the time that Spidey could go and help with. The same can be said with this Lego Batman game that's going to be coming out. So that's pretty cool. They also showed more of the glide mechanic. They didn't talk about it too much. But we have new footage showing, as I said before, based on things that I heard of people first-hand account playing the game, is there was a mechanic like in Arkham Knight where Batman can jettison out of the Batmobile, any Batmobile. And in the trailer now, we have full confirmation that, just like Arkham Knight, Batman can jettison out of the Batmobile into a glide. So that's kind of cool, right? So those of you that are huge Arkham fans, there you go. Before, I was just speculating, like, based on, you know, things that I heard from people that work on the game and people that have worked on the game and aren't there anymore and things like that, as well as some content creators and some other stuff, some hearsay. So it was just kind of like, it'd be great if this happened. Now we know for a fact it is. Like, it's... There's a lot of Arkham's DNA in Lego Batman 4. A lot of it. Which is fine. I don't think that's a problem. So, that's kind of cool. I'm very happy about, like, all the different Batmobiles that are going to be in. I just really want... I understand that Traveler's Tales they're very excited, right? But I think they need to tone down some of the things that they're saying, that all the popular Batsuits are going to be in the game. All the Batmobiles are going to be in the game. Because I could argue with them that's not possible. Because there's been too many Batsuits. There's been more than 100 Batsuits that are even considered popular. And on this video itself, like in the description, I've written 40. And those 40 are like all well known over the past 40 years. Okay? Like they're well known. There's a lot more Batsuits that even I could add to that. We could add another variant of you know, Knightfall, known as Night's End. We could do the all-black Batsuit based on the Keaton suit for the, like, Batman Contagion and Legacy runs, DC Comics. The Toraka suit, I believe is what they called it. Based on the guy who redesigned the Batsuit, which only lasted for, like, 3 years in DC Comics. But it was still... Batman's Batsuit for a while was all black. It looked just like the Batman Forever Batsuit or, you know, the Keaton Batsuit, except now it was in the comics. They got rid of the blue and gray and all that other stuff. They kept the yellow insignia, but, I mean, there's lots of Batsuits just like that. So they can't say that, oh, yeah, every Batsuit's going to be in the game. It's like, no, it's not possible. You can't say that. Unless you really are going to put it in there. And I know, I've heard first-hand account that Traveler's Tales, when they were working on this game, you know, they had access to the DC Archives. If you don't know what the DC Archives is, it literally has every Batman comic book and just, like, memorabilia that's ever existed, and is the perfect research material for anybody making a movie or a video game or whatever. You have, like, a whole archive of information spanning Batman's entire 85 years of existence. So, you know, the fact that TT Games has been utilizing this for a long time, you know, maybe their excitement for it is just, like, so through the roof that they're just not thinking clearly. Because if Google AI, which probably not correct, but if they're saying only 35 Batsuits, there's no way you can fit all the Batsuits in the game based on how many Batsuits there are. Even popular Batsuits. There are over at least 50 Batsuits that I would consider the most popular Batsuits that Batman's had that win polls and all this other stuff. My list here in this video, I think that out of the 40 things I wrote, at least 15 of those are iconic Batsuits for somebody here in the chat. At least one or two people, or not one or two, like a majority of the people here in the chat, like out of all those written Batsuits, one of them is your favorite. That I wrote down. Guarantee it. Whether it's a movie Batsuit, a cartoon Batsuit, there's some Batsuit that I wrote down in the description of this video that has some meaning to you that you, when you think Batman, that's the Batsuit you think. For me, when I think Batman, I think animated series, Keaton, the New 52, Hush, things like that. And, you know, I'm assuming based on Jim Lee's connection to the game that some of his iconic Batsuits that he's created and crafted will end up in the game. Because, I mean, it's Jim Lee. Although we never got the Jim Lee Batsuit per se for Arkham Knight, which was weird. We were supposed to. What we ended up getting was the iconic gray and black, which was actually not a Batman suit. That was a Dick Grayson Batsuit. Which people forget about that, but it's true. It was a Dick Grayson Batsuit. And it wasn't iconic black and gray. Grayson's Batsuit was a light blue and gray. So it was different. But anyway, getting past that. So, with Catwoman, they didn't really talk about her very much. They've spoken about Catwoman's role in the game based on interviews and stuff like that. All they showed today was confirmation that her Catwoman suit, that is her base suit, like Robert Pattinson's Batsuit is the base suit. The base suit for Catwoman will be Batman Returns. So the Michelle Pfeiffer Catwoman costume is, in fact, the base suit for the Catwoman, which is actually kind of cool if you think about it. She'll have other Catwoman suits, you know, but I believe, and again, this is not confirmed, but I believe that the sidekicks, Commissioner Gordon and Batgirl and Robin and Nightwing, Talia, all those characters are only going to get 10 suits. Because those characters haven't had that many costumes to begin with. So, off the top of my head, the 10 Catwoman costumes that I think could be in the game. Michelle Pfeiffer, number 1. Dark Knight Rises, number 2. 90s Catwoman, the all-purple. Silver Age Catwoman, number 4. Number 5, Siberian Catwoman from the 90s run, which was all white when she was in Russia or something like that, doing the Falcone thing. That would be number 5, I believe. Batman the Animated Series would be 6, the gray. The Batman 2004, the kind of Asian-looking Catwoman. That would be 6, I think. I don't think they'd have the Halle Berry Catwoman. That's not appropriate. That's not appropriate for a family Lego game. So I don't see that happening. Probably her New 52 costume. Her Hush costume. So that's 8 right there. Absolute Catwoman would be number 9. And then probably DC Rebirth. That would be 10 cat suits right there. Like that, boom, done, you know? That's not hard. Because Catwoman hasn't had that many costumes. Like, her first appearance, basically, she's wearing a dress and a Catwoman costume. Basically, like how she was in Batman Brave and the Bold. That's essentially what her first appearance is. Every character is going to have a first appearance. Which, to me, again, if you're doing the first appearance Robin costume, right? Which is the same as the Burt Ward costume. There is no reason, because it would take up a slot and it would make me angry. There would be no reason to have the first appearance Robin suit, which is exactly the same, okay, as the Robin suit that Burt Ward wore. It's identical. It would just take up a slot. Because what we want to see, right, as Batman fans, is Pandora's box is open. You know, the animated series Batsuit is in the game, right? That means we need animated suits for Robin, based on the Lauren Lester animated series, 1. We need the Nightwing suit from the animated series, 2. We need the Catwoman suit from the animated series. That would be 3. Talia's animated series suit would be 4. Batgirl's animated suit would be 5. Commissioner Gordon would be 6. And, of course, Batman would be 7. There would be no reason to have the Burt Ward Robin suit, because it would take away a slot from a more important Robin suit that holds some significance. Either that or don't have the first appearance Robin suit at all. Just have Burt Ward. It's the same thing. See, I get very passionate about this stuff. I just have a bug. What is that? Puh. Cat dander. Ah. Do not like that. Blech. I get very passionate about this stuff. I'm also very knowledgeable about it. So I have debates with myself over this stuff. Like, wait, hold a second, me. That's not gonna fly because of this. Yeah, BTS suits. If they have the BTS Batmobile and they have the BTS Batman suit, you have to have the animated series Robin suit, because the Dick Grayson Robin suit is iconic. Not only that, but it's really cool. Wait, didn't we have this run around with her last time? How did we do this again? See, I already forgot how to chase her. Did I throw my batarang at her or something? I don't remember how to do this. If anybody remembers this, let me know. I thought we just chase her until she gets dizzy and then you punch her. I thought that's what it is. She runs around and then she... Ouch. Do we have a faster character? There it is. There it is! So you get her to run around in circles. Then you punch her, and then all this other stuff happens. So yeah, I mean, if you're including... And you have to remember that Batman Brave and the Bold... Batman Brave and the Bold, let's use Robin as an example. The really awful, okay? And I mean awful, Robin suit that most fans do not like for Dick Grayson is the Earth 2 1970s Robin suit, which is just a horrible redesign. They gave the Boy Wonder this really gross-looking yellow pants, right? He had green boots, yellow pants, and it was essentially the same Robin costume up top, except instead of the you know, t-shirt sleeves, he had, like, basically Batman long stuff, right? Did you know that in the Batman Brave and the Bold show, they are utilizing the Earth 2 Robin costume? So, and this goes out to Traveler's Tales as well, if you are going to say that the sidekick characters only get 10 suits, there is no reason to waste a slot on Earth 2 Robin and Batman Brave and the Bold Robin, because they're exactly the same. First appearance Robin from 1940 and Adam West's Burt Ward Robin are exactly the same. Now, the Tim Drake Robin costume from 1989 and the 1992 Batman the Animated Series costumes are different. The Tim Drake costume from 1989 has more of an armored appearance to it, and Robin's hair is very punk-like. He also has more of, like, ninja boots for his feet, and his cape is a little bit shorter. Whereas the animated series Robin suit, he has a more traditional haircut for Robin, and he has, like, you know, longer bat boots without the ninja toes, and he has a different utility belt. So, I mean, there is differences between Tim Drake's 89 costume and Dick Grayson's, like, Batman the Animated Series costume. Also, Tim Drake had another Robin costume in the New Adventures of Batman and Superman Adventures, and that was the all-red, which later became known as, in the comics, 1 year later. So, you know, you don't want to be taking up precious slots for costumes with the same clone look, which is concerning because they've already done it. With today's reveal, they have proved that they have clone suits, because Serial Batman 1940 and First Appearance 1939 is the same exact suit. The only difference is, listen very carefully, the only difference between First Appearance, that we'll go over tomorrow, and Serial is Serial looks like it's in black and white. 1939 First Appearance has color to it. Purple gloves, the more navy-like cowl, and more plastic rigidy cape to look like, you know, the Bob Kane 1939 Batman. Whereas the Serial Batman looks like a cheap Party City costume, except it was made in 1940. But it's the same thing. It is. But with the 70s Batsuit, right? The 70s Batman has longer ears like the animated series. Whereas the Brave and the Bold, who utilizes a similar suit design, right, to the 70s and Silver Age, he doesn't have the long ears. They gave him the short ears, which is very reminiscent to how Batman was for 15 years. 1955 through 1965. Or 1960, 68. Something like that. 50, 53, 68. And then Neil Adams and Dennis O'Neil, they did a redesign of the Batsuit and, you know, gave you the iconic 70s Batsuit. But for about 15 years, give or take, Batman had the short ears, which was to make him look more friendly-like because of the Comics Code Authority. Flight of the Bat we do not want to do. So we're going to do this one, which is in the Dark Knight. No vehicle levels will be replayed. There's no reason to replay vehicle levels. None whatsoever. Yeah, okay, the cowl is a little bit different for Serial Batman, but it's still essentially the same design. It really is. Whereas there is a lot of unique-looking Batsuits, right? Let's see, I'm just going back to my list alone. Even my list here, I don't have a lot of conflicting ones. Because Clooney was very different. Beware looked different. Hush. Kingdom Come. I think that's a stretch with Kingdom Come, but like I said, when I was putting together this list, I was going over iconic Batsuits, and Kingdom Come does have a significance in not just Batman fandom, but DC Comics lore in general. Like, a lot of people have high regard for Kingdom Come. It's a very popular Alex Ross type state, you know? So I was like, okay, Kingdom Come is... And Kingdom Come was one of the reasons why we got Batman Beyond to begin with. And, you know, Frank Miller's iconic. New 52 is an iconic suit. DC Rebirth. A lot of people love the DC Rebirth. Knightfall. Long Halloween. Young Justice. You know, maybe Young Justice isn't in the thing, but again, I was going based on what Traveler's Tales said originally, that all the movie, animated, and video game Batman suits would be in Legacy of the Dark Knight. Because, I mean, there's not that many. When you look at... Unless... This is what I would like to follow up with them. When you mean animated bat suits, are you talking about the cartoons that aired on television? Or are you also mentioning the animated movies? Because there's been almost 30 animated Batman movies since 1993. So, are you saying things like there's going to be Killing Joke Batman, Public Enemies, Batman Superman Apocalypse, the whole DC animated universe that lasted for 10 years with that Irish guy as Batman? Like, what? You gotta give some clarification here. Like, what are you talking about? Like, what counts and what doesn't? Because technically, those are animated. Those are animated things, right? They're animated movies. TMNT versus Batman, that's an animated movie. I just have, like, your basic stuff. They said, you know, movie Batman, it's like, oh, that's easy. Movie Batman would be West, Keaton, Kilmer, Clooney, Bale, Affleck, and Pattinson. That's 7. That's not hard. And then for animated, most people, when they think of animated Batman, they think of it like this. Animated series, maybe Super Friends, maybe, but I don't know if they'll go that far. Most people would be animated. It would go The Batman, 2004. Brave and the Bold, which animated and Brave and the Bold are already confirmed in the game, so that just leaves The Batman. Then you go after the 2008 Batman, you have Beware, right? After Beware is Justice League Action, that's 5. And after Justice League Action is the Caped Crusader, that's 6. There's only been 6 animated Batman appearances outside of Justice League, which I think I counted Justice League. Maybe I didn't. I didn't count Batman Beyond and Justice League. So there was 8. There's 8 animated Batman shows since 1992. Even all these years later, 30 years later, there's been 8 television or streaming Batman shows 30 years after the animated series. That's it. So if you add... If Google is saying 35 Batsuits, you take the 7 movie Batsuits, right? 1989 through 2022. You take the 8 animated Batsuits, and then you take the video game Batsuits. Video game Batsuits would be Arkham, Telltale, Lego Batman. I'm not saying Dark Knight tomorrow. I'm not saying Dark tomorrow. Not saying it. The other Batman were the 70s Batman, though. 70s Batman was the 90s video games, like Return of the Joker, all that stuff. That was 70s Neil Adams Batman. That was the design. There hasn't been that many video game Batman universe. Injustice. Okay, so there's 4. 4 video game Batmans. Arkham, Telltale, Lego, Injustice. Is there one more? Justice League Heroes. That'd be 5. 5 video game Batman. Nobody remembers Justice League Heroes. I do! Because I'm crazy! Do not question my Batman knowledge. Do not question it, because I will bait you through the table. But I would love to see Justice League action. Justice League action, or not Justice League action. Bring back Justice League Heroes, why not? Well, yeah, 4 Arkham Batsuits, but come on, be realistic here. The reason why I didn't say Arkham Origins and all that other stuff, yes, Arkham Batman has had a lot of Batsuits, but just like the animated series Batman has had a lot of Batsuits, I do not think you're going to get, and I could be wrong, but let's just be theoretical here because they will take up slots, right? You know, now we're at the point where, oh, okay, we have to worry about slot placement. It's like Smash Brothers. Like, you only have this amount of characters that you can have, right? So, there's no reason, if you have the animated series Batman, to then bring in new adventures, the, you know, black and gray. Or, yeah, gray and black. And then the Justice League Batsuit from 2000, which is essentially the same Batsuit that he wore in the animated series in 93 and New Adventures, except it combines elements of both suits. But it's still essentially the same Batman, so it doesn't make sense to use that same animated Batman. Again. So, with Arkham's case, they would probably take the most popular version of Arkham, which we all know what that is. The most popular version of Arkham Batman that everybody uses is City. And you know I'm right, Garrett. So, the Arkham suit that is most likely in Lego Batman 4 is probably Arkham City. Even the redesign of Riddler's, he's very similar to Arkham City. How is the BTS suit different than the Batman? Are you talking about the 2004 animated Batman show? The Bat cowl looked more like Raven-like than Bat. He has like his gloves are sharp, which I don't know how that would work with a Lego, because everybody has claw. Like they have like, you know, they've like weird cup hands. Just like, I don't know how they would do. Well, no, they did manage a way. I'd have to look at the Knightfall skin again. The Knightfall skin in Lego Batman 3, they actually did recreate Knightfall pretty well, like TT Games did. He has like claw fingers. He has a more rigid cape. It's a more toothed cape than the animated series. He has shorter ears, reminiscent of Adam West, and the 2004 Batman costume from that show. It's darker. It's a darker gray and it's a darker blue. And, you know, that's basically it. So he has, like, almost like an owl-like cowl, short ears, claw-like gloves, And it's not like dark like the animated series. It's a little bit brighter, kind of reminiscent of like the Adam West era, but not really. They brought back the short ears for whatever reason. I don't know. I think it's because the guy who worked on that show, who later, I believe, I could be wrong, but I think the project lead of the Batman, so the 04 show, I think he was then the main guy behind Brave and the Bold. And Alan, I think that's his name, he is a huge fan of Adam West. Like, he grew up with Adam West and all that other stuff. So that's why when it was time to make a new Batman show for Cartoon Network in 2008 or whatever, 2006 when they started working on it, they went back to the Adam West design because their reasoning was you already had a very dark film Batman, very dark nuance, and they didn't want to go back to what they did with the animated series. They wanted to do something fresh. They just finished up their run with the Kevin Conroy Batman and JLU not long after that, or not long before that. So they wanted to do something fresh and different with the Caped Crusader, so they went with the Brave and the Bold comics of the 1970s. Or 60s. Yeah, 60s and 70s. Which were team-up books, obviously. But yes, there's been lots of Arkham Batman, but now you're at the crunch time of how many slots are we going to have per character? And you don't want to be wasting slots with, like, several Arkham Batman. I mean, I would love it. It'd be great to have Arkham Asylum Batman and, you know, all this other stuff. But, again, how are you going to have that much detail to define the different bat suits when all the Arkham suits look very similar? Like, how are you going to make them all stand out and make them unique with the Lego thing? Whereas the easiest one to translate, and is the most iconic version of the Arkham suits anyway, is City. City is the only Arkham suit that appears in 2 games. Okay? It appears in Arkham City, and then it's the bat suit that you're wearing. You're wearing a variant of the City suit at the beginning of Arkham Knight. And then, as the game progresses in the beginning, you get the brand new Arkham Knight suit. But you do start with the City suit. So that's 2 games that the City suit has appeared in. So for my argument, I would say that would be the Arkham suit that would be, you know, showcased in the Lego game. It would make the most sense because it's appeared in the most Arkham games. I really like the Arkham City Batsuit. I think it's a perfect suit. I think it's great. I think the Arkham City suit... Actually, I take that back. Arkham City has also appeared in Injustice. So it's been in 3 games. The Arkham City suit. Plus the mobile games. There were mobile games, but we don't talk about the mobile games. we don't need to talk about the mobile games. They're not very good. And they all wore the Arkham City suit, by the way, in the mobile games. It was available in Arkham Origins online? Yeah, I mean, well, that's... Okay. Yeah. It was in a mode for that. That's true. So, I mean... But, I mean, they also were just bringing suits from Arkham City into the multiplayer. So... It you know... All the suits that you play as in the Arkham Origins multiplayer are from Arkham City, I believe. I didn't play multiplayer that much, but I'm assuming it's just the same, like, what, 6 or 7 suits that were the main suits that you could play as in Arkham City. Correct? And then they just brought those over to the Arkham Origins multiplayer. Like, again, I didn't play the multiplayer very much, so I can't remember that detail. I do know that the Arkham City suits are in it, like, online, but I just don't remember if they have all of them or if they just have, like, a handful. You think because Knight has a minifigure that's going to be the Batsuit for Arkham? Okay. I mean, I would be fine either way, Garrett. Like, if it's that suit or if it's, like, the city suit. It doesn't matter. But what I'm saying is, if we are limited with slots, like, again, we don't know how many slots are in the game or not. There's no clear... They're not saying anything here or there because it's still a ways off before the game comes out, right? But it wouldn't make sense to have multiple, like, suits from the same game or the same show or whatever when there's so many different bat suits that they can showcase. That's what I'm saying. Like, I was being kind of generous by having the Justice League Batsuit, but, you know, the Justice League Batsuit from that show, Justice League and JLU, technically it's a brand new Batsuit. It's the same Batman, sure, but it's an entirely different way that the show was done, and it also aired at a different time. 1993 was the, you know, the classic, iconic Batman the Animated Series suit. 1997 was the New Adventures. And then 2000 was, from 2000 to 2006, was the the Justice League Batsuit with the long ears. The very long ears. The long, goofy ears, which I never liked the ears. The Batsuit I love. The cowl I don't like. The cowl for Justice League, it just... Especially when they do those silhouette shots, sometimes, to try to make Batman look intimidating and stuff, he doesn't look intimidating. I don't think so. I never liked the giant ears. I don't know what they were thinking with that redesign. The suit itself is beautiful. It has, like, the nice, like, blue silhouettes and stuff, and the, you know, the nice dark imagery that they had. But the ears, to me, it just, I don't know. I didn't really like it all that much. I was like, why? For what reason did you do this? You could have just combined elements of both Batsuits that people really liked. And made, like, this ultimate hybrid suit, but you just had to give him the goofy long ears. I never understood that. I don't know why they did it. And considering the show was, like, so serious to begin with, it was a very serious show. You think it's because of Batman Beyond? Yeah, you might be right. Like, foreshadowing the whole Batman Beyond thing? Because Batman Beyond was still on the air. When Justice League was, I think, didn't Batman Beyond go off the air? Like, its last season was right before JLU? I think. You thought the long ears made him stand out more? I don't know. I loved his suit in the animated series. I thought it was perfect. And when I refer to the animated series, I'm not referring to the 4th season. The 4th season, to me, is known as the New Adventures. Because it was a whole redesign. And also, it had a completely different... in Europe, I think Jotaro can help me out with this. I believe in Europe, Batman the Animated Series, when it came back, wasn't part of the Superman show. It was part of something called Gotham Knights. Or Batman Gotham Knight. In America, it wasn't known as Batman the Animated Series when it came back. It was known as the New Batman Superman Adventures. And of course, Batman got top billing because reasons. Of course he got top billing. He also got top billing in Batman vs. Superman. You think Batman Beyond went off the air before Justice League? Interesting. I thought they were still both running, because Batman Beyond came out in 1999. Justice League came out in 2000. I thought there were 3 seasons of Batman Beyond. 99, 2000, 2001. That'd be 3. I mean, you might be right, Sammy. I don't remember. JLA Justice League was 2001? Really? You might be right. 2001 was a whirlwind of stuff. Like, I was in New York when everything happened, so... I wasn't really paying attention to too much stuff that was on TV. I remember watching a lot of Justice League in 2002, but I was... 2001 was a bad... Like, the remainder of that year, like, 2001 sucked. There was a lot of distractions, like the GameCube and things like that, but... a lot of our headspaces were not in a very good place back then. And especially as a New Yorker, was... I vaguely remember Cartoon Network doing stuff with Yu Yu Hakusho and reruns too, but I can't remember. ...2001, 2004, and then 2005, 2006 for JLU. Okay. Alright. And the 04 Batman show was 04 until 08, so 4 years. No. What year was Beware again? Was Beware 2012? Beware was the year of Dark Knight Rises, wasn't it? Or did they hold off on airing it until 2013? I remember, like, when Beware the Batman started, they had a trailer that came out first where they were using guns. And then the Colorado incident happened at the Dark Knight Rises theater, and WB made an announcement that they were gonna, you know, try to curb violence. And in the Beware show, instead of using bullets, they now use laser guns like it was G.I. Joe. So did they hold off on releasing it until 2013, or did they release it in 2012? They recently brought back the Superman show on Toonami? I mean, it makes sense. They were trying to hype up Superman, and, you know, Warner Brothers owns Cartoon Network, right? Makes sense. Dun, 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 dun. Wow. Was there anything else we wanted to talk about? We talked about Wayne Manor. We talked about we talked about the gliding. We talked about sidekicks. We talked about costumes. We talked about Batmobiles. What am I missing? They didn't really talk about a lot about stealth or combat. They just showed 2 Batmobiles. They showed 2 Batsuits. They didn't show Batmite at all, and they still haven't shown Robin. They haven't shown Robin. They haven't shown Batgirl. They haven't shown Cat. Well, no, they did show Catwoman, but they didn't show a lot that you do with Catwoman. So they didn't do that. I think that's it. I think that's it. I'm gonna have to go over my notes again, but I believe that's it. Because they haven't, they're, like, again, it's a trickle of stuff. They're not releasing a lot of information right off the bat. Well-timed fun. Love it. They're keeping some things close to the vest, so to speak. Excuse me. You were enjoying Beware the Batman and Thundercats 2011? Oof. Yeah. Okay, so Beware was 2013. Oh, I was just thinking of another video game Batman, guys. Just popped into my head. Besides Justice League Heroes, you have DC Universe Online. DC Universe Online Batman had a pretty signature look to him. Although, correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't DC Universe Online Batman Jim Lee's Batman anyway? Isn't it the Jim Lee Batsuit? I think it is. Because when DC Universe Online started, Jim Lee's costume designs were still very prevalent in circulation and stuff like that. So I believe Jim Lee's Batsuit and his designs were actually in DC Universe Online. What other video game Batman have there been? Oh, I missed another one. The Batsuit that is in Mortal Kombat vs. DC is different than the Jim Lee design and the Injustice design. It's a more traditional looking Batsuit, but it's different than Jim Lee's principal design and Injustice. It's more in line with how Batman looks like in Justice League Heroes, but it's a little bit different. I already know what's gonna happen if this is just me being a little mean-spirited, but you'll have one part of the Arkham fandom, and you know this is gonna happen. If they only include one Arkham suit, right? Everybody, or not everybody, a small group of people are gonna take to Twitter, and they're gonna start up their annoyance about like no acknowledgement for Arkham Origins. I can see it now. Like, they release either the Arkham Knight or the Arkham City suit, and you have this whole, like, Twitter group, like, yelling at Traveler's Tales and WB about no inclusion for Arkham Origins. That would be funny. I'm a terrible person. Oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man. And again, I don't have a problem with Arkham Origins. You cannot, based on all my actions with that game and coverage of that game, more than anybody else on this platform, you cannot with a straight face tell me that I hate Arkham Origins. You can't. Because actions speak louder than words, and no one on this platform, and on Twitch, has covered Arkham Origins more than this guy right here. So all that stuff about me and Arkham Origins is not true. Because I've proven it with my own actions and coverage of that game for over a decade. But I can poke fun at it. Oh, the Arkham Origin suit is fantastic, yeah. I agree. Wholeheartedly agree, yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, the fact that they did a minifigure set Garrett of Arkham Knight, it's probably be a lot easier for the LEGO group to incorporate that design into LEGO Batman Dark Knight Legacy, or Legacy of the Dark Knight. It'd be a lot easier. Like, why go through, you know, all the other work when it's easier to just take the regular design? Because isn't there LEGO designs already of BVS Batman and stuff like that, and Kilmer and all that other stuff? So it's not like they have to work very hard to incorporate that stuff. Arkham Origins is canon adjacent. Yeah. Parts of it are canon, yeah. Although, you have to give it up to Camouflage. They did a great job of, like, you know, fixing both WB Game Montreal's and Rocksteady's mess with Arkham Origins. And if the next game is also a prequel to, like, in that same vein as Arkham Origins, then, you know, that's even better, because then they have more time to fix things and flesh it out and all that other stuff, which is what we want. We don't want Arkham Origins to always be the black sheep of the franchise. We want it to get better. We want it to, you know, later Arkham games to fix the mistakes and, you know, continuity errors and things like that, which is, I believe that is definitely something that a really good writer can do, which is what we saw done to some extent with Arkham Shadow. Arkham Shadow was really well done. Very well done written game. All right, I need to throw a battering. What are you doing? You gotta throw the battering, guy. This. Or not. I thought that's all I needed to do was break that stuff up there. Huh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I forgot how to do this. We need to get the pieces. Maybe the pieces are up there and I just need to smash or blow them up. Let's try that. I think that's what I need to do. I got stuck here last time too. Da 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 da. Silver objects, blow them up. Maybe. Yeah, blow them up. There you go. Overthinking it again. That's what I do. I overthink things. Blow it. Oh. No. Stay up there. Blow it up. Turn into your mentor. Blow it up. Blow it up. Blow it up. Just walk here. Nice and easy. Blow this up. Boom. There we go. All right. Now we're good. Now we're good. Yeah, no, I don't think we need to worry about Suicide Squad. What other video game Batman have there been? And isn't it interesting that most of the video game Batman that have ever been have all been voiced by Kevin Conroy? Isn't that crazy? Not just animated series Batman or Arkham Batman, DC Universe Batman and Justice Batman. He didn't do Telltale. He did do one of the Lego Batmans, though. So technically he was a Lego Batman too. No man will ever do more for the voice of Batman than Kevin did. It is not possible. I don't see that ever happening. I think the one who's closest to, or not even closest, jeez. The guy who is second most Batman appearances is between Roger Craig Smith and the guy who played Batman in the DC animated universe. Those are your runner-ups. And Troy Baker is gaining ground too. If Troy Baker plays Batman, like, and when I mean gaining ground, like the number 2 spot is a lot easier to get to than the number 1. The number one spot, like, you would literally have to find the perfect Batman voice, and that guy would need to play Batman for another 30 years in order to even get close to how many times Kevin reprised the role. It's just not possible. The number 2 spot, I believe, with 8 different appearances would be Roger Craig Smith. I believe. And most of those are from films that he appeared in. Like, he's been film Batman a couple times. Film animated Batman. And then Troy would be number 3. Either Troy would be number 3 or the guy who voiced Batman for 10 years in like 4 or 5 movies. Yes, I did mention Gotham Knights anime Batman because I love anime Batman. What's wrong with anime Batman? I think I even mentioned Ninja Batman, didn't I? I don't know. I'm sure we're gonna get a Ninja Batman, though. Because, the Ninja Batman movie didn't come out, like, this year or something like that. It's still relatively close. Like, the second Ninja Batman movie with the Yakuza or whatever came out. I think anime Batman would be great, though. I think it'd be a lot of fun. Why are you not going? Stupid Batman. Go quick, go quick, go quick. Quick! Oof. Oh, that's the problem. We're never gonna do it because it's just always gonna disappear. Oh, never mind. Got it. We got it. Oh, the Gotham Knights batsuit? No. No, I don't, well, I don't know. I mean, it depends, like, what does Traveler's Tales mean by every video game Batman? Because I wasn't even thinking about this before. There's a lot of video game Batman, but again, most of the video game Batman from the 90s are all the 1970s Batsuit. That was the, you know, that was Batman's suit until Knightfall. Like, the 70s Batsuit was so well made by Neil Adams that it stayed the Batsuit, think about this, for 35 years. No change, really, except for the color scheme. It just made it darker in the 90s. It was the same suit, the same design that they redesigned during the Bronze Age, and it lasted until Knightfall. That's pretty incredible that the suit was so popular and so, like, recognizable in the comics that DC kept that same suit design for Batman for 35 years. You can't say that anymore. Batman doesn't have a suit that sticks around. Even Hush didn't last that long. Hush lasted not even a decade. Did you know that? The Hush Batsuit didn't last that long. I think the Hush Batsuit made 6 years. 5 or 6 years. Dark Tomorrow is the 1970s Batsuit. It's just darker. It's like, I know a lot of people like to say the 90s Batsuit is like navy with the bat oval and stuff like that, and much darker gray, but it's still the same design as the 1970s. The 1970s Batsuit had, you know, light blue with the gloves and the cowl and the boots and the cape, and it had like a light gray, like almost like a midnight color. And then in 1988, 88 or 87, the Batsuit got darker, like with the boots, the gloves, and the cowl and the cape became a darker blue. And then in 1991, right around before Knightfall, they redesigned the same Neil Adams suit again, and they just made it navy. So it was a darker gray and it was navy, but it was still the same design. It's just they changed the color. Long ears, bat oval on the chest, the same utility belt design. It was the same suit. And I know some people like to say, well, that's the 90s Batsuit because, you know, it's a darker blue, but it's still the 70s Batsuit. It's just the blue and the gray changed colors. Whereas if you look at the Hush suit that replaced it, it was very different. Like, Jim Lee made it very, very different. Wait, I thought I had super strength. Why can't I move this? Pixelated Batman, purple. I mean, pixelated purple Batman. He can't throw this? I thought he could move this thing. Yeah, there is something over there. Do. Using penguin stuff. Oh, I can't get in there anyway. There's no prompt for me to move this! Curse you! Wanted to destroy Freeze, but it didn't work out that way. You should be able to grab this. Wait. There we go. There we go. That works. Thank you, Freeze. There it is. Grab it. Yes. Great job. Proud of you. You really put your back into it. Yes. But yeah, they change Batman's suit like all the time now. Like every 3 or 4 years, Batman gets a new bat suit. It feels like it. No, we gotta do Joker. Or Ivy, it doesn't matter. Whoa, wait, how did Ivy die? Isn't she poison? What? Oh, I got shot. Okay, never mind. You know what? Stupid game. Penguin, stop dying over and over again, please. Stop dying, Penguin. It's almost time for Batman Vengeance. Believe it or not, guys, we're right on schedule. We are right on schedule. Even though the Mario stream took forever today. What was the 2000s Batsuit before Hush? I don't remember. I think it was a variation of the all-black suit that was in Legacy. Contagion and Legacy run. I don't remember, though. Because the Hush suit, you know, Hush suit is very iconic. The Hush wasn't until... Oh my gosh. Was Hush 2005 or 2003? Or was it 02? I can't remember. Red Hood was 04, I think. Jason came back in 2004, or did he come back in 2000? When did he come back? No, that's the film. Yeah, 2002. Okay. Batman comic Batsuit 2000. Run. Oh, right. Yeah, okay, I remember. Batman had two suits before Hush. The all black suit, and then a lot of people forget about this. Batman got rid of his trunks. The trunks of the Batsuit were gone from 1999 until the Hush redesign in 2002. So Batman had like a variation of the Neil Adams suit, which came back, this would have been like 1999, 2000. He had a very dark gray suit with a yellow oval on his chest. Dark blue cowl, almost black blue cape. And he had no Speedos. And I don't remember the name of the suit, but it was around for a while. But it's essentially the same principle as his, like, all-black suit that he wore in No Man's Land, Contagion, Legacy, things like that. Legacy Virus. And then Jim Lee's design replaced that. Like, the Hush look was just like a breath of fresh air, because, I mean, he does look kind of ridiculous. Like, if he kept his trunks, he might have looked okay, but I completely forgot about that. I have action figures based on that design. So that design was 1999 through 2001-ish. And then he got his Hush redesign, which everybody loved the Hush design, so there's that. But I don't want that to show up in the Lego Batman game. If it does, okay, but I forgot about it. That's how bad it was. I completely forgot it existed. I was like, oh yeah, that suit. I remember that. Because when I think the 2000s Batman suit, what do you think is the Batsuit that I think of first? Because I didn't read a lot of Batman comics in the 2000s until Hush. Like, I was so busy with work and other things that the only Batman that I was paying attention to in the year 2000 was the Justice League animated series. So when my mind, when I go back and I think about 2000 Batman, like Batman, you know, year 2000 till whenever, only two Batman suits pop in my head. And that is the Bruce Timm, you know, Justice League animated series, and then Jim Lee's redesign. I don't ever think about the suit that was before the Justice League animated series and the suit that was before Jim Lee. It doesn't register. It happened, yeah. It was there, obviously, but I just, you know, I don't really think about it. It happened, okay? Yeah, it happened. It's not a very flattering suit. It's okay, but it's not very flattering. It's all right. Boom, 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 boom. Whammo. I always like this bat suit too. The Sonar suit in the Lego Batman games. The all blue is actually kind of a cool looking suit. Like a dark bluish gray for the tights, and then like a nice like kind of navy like, or not navy like, almost like a teal like cowl and cape. Looks okay. Why aren't you putting out the fire? Something's not right. No, 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 no. You're supposed to come with me. Yeah. Need both of us to put out this fire. Both of us are needed. Why did you do that? Get up here, AI. Where are you? Where are you? Get... Oh, what? Why? No, 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 no. Don't you come back. Go over there. Come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. It takes two. It takes two to put out the fire. Thank you. Do I think Jason Todd will appear as probably a villain? Yeah. They haven't announced all the villains. Like, you have to understand, next year's big Batman game is this game. The fact that they dedicated an entire... Like, what other major Batman Day things has DC done? Can you guys tell me? Like, I've streamed 2 Batman games, right? What, other than the Lego Batman thing, what did DC do today? Did they reveal the new Batman actor? Did they reveal a new Batman game that's in development? Did they talk about a new animated series? What did they do other than... It feels like the only thing they did today with James Gunn was Lego Batman, the video game. That seems to be what they're putting all their cards on the table with at the moment. At least from what I can gather. Right, so, you know, they're really putting everything into this Lego Batman game. Like, it's a big deal to them. They're making it a very big deal. An incredibly big deal. I don't know how to get up there. I would think you would just jump up there, right? Nope. Okay. What? Oh, we're in the Super Nintendo. That's what I'm hearing now. Yeah. This is Super Nintendo Batman Returns. Great game. Like, I would love for the Batman Returns suit to be in the game, but I don't think it is. I think that if you're doing a Keaton bat suit, they're probably just going to stick with the OG. Which is fine, but I love the Batman Returns bat suit. I think it's cool. Punch your face in. Oh yeah, that's right. I could just go right in there. I couldn't do that last time. Oops. There we go. Thank you. You think both Returns and 89 will be in the game, but that'll take up slots. But I mean, they've already shown that they don't care about... They have a very similar design with Serial in 1939, so... That's what I'm saying, like, 35 Batsuits doesn't make any sense. It's too little. Like, I think 40 or 50 or even 60 would be, like, the most... would make the most sense. I mean, there really isn't that many Robin or Catwoman or Talia suits. Even when you add Gotham Knights, I can't think of 10 Talia suits. Can you guys think of 10 Talia suits off the top of your head? I can't. I can think of the animated series. I can think of Arkham. That's 2. I can think of the Grant Morrison run in the comics. That's 3. I can think of Talia's first appearance in the comics. That's 4. New 52 Talia would be 5. DC Rebirth Talia would be 6. She has a costume change in Batman and Son, the animated movie. Or that DC universe, she has a... Although basically it's her same costume that she wore in the animated series, but I guess that would be 7. Talia appeared in Batman Brave and the Bold, so that's 8. Talia in The Dark Knight Rises, did I already say that one? That would be 9. And then... I guess Gotham Knights would be 10. There you go. That's 10 Talia. The reason why I say first appearance a lot is I think that there's going to be... Every character's going to have a first appearance costume. The reason why I say that is Commissioner Gordon and Batman both had their first appearance costume showcased at Gamescom. Right? So... It would make sense that both Robin and Batgirl and Catwoman would also have their first appearance costumes too, considering both Commissioner Gordon and Batman already have their first appearance. Now, I'm not saying they will, but, you know. But Talia's first appearance costume is kind of spicy. She's got that really nice peekaboo top with the skirt and the belly button thing. Like, very Arabic kind of dress. Or desert dress or whatever. They had a variation of it in the animated series, like her, like, down-to-earth costume. But I think it was based on 70s fashion anyway. Meow. Get ready to have a bright idea. Wait, I thought he's supposed to be... Okay. Punch him! Do something! No, 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 no. I still want to find out what's going on with... One of my questions that wasn't answered that's still bothering me is I asked them up front, I was like, you have... Because my question about Jack Nicholson and Heath Ledger hasn't been answered. Like, in the email, they said no comment. But I was like, based on the different variants that you have of Batman and Commissioner Gordon and some other things, and the fact that Red Hood 1 doesn't look anything like the Heath Ledger Joker... Like, will they have different appearances? Like, even though they're non-playable? Like, you say that Batman and Commissioner Gordon and the different heroes will have other appearances as the game goes on. Like, they'll change how they look. Will the same be said for the villains? And they said no comment. Now, that could be a multitude of things, but it's like, I would like clarification, because then it makes my mind wander. I'm like, wait a second. I mean, it's good for content creation, but at the same time, it's like, it's something I kind of want to know now. You know? It's like something I want to know now just because. I know that seems kind of weird, but I'm just curious. Because the Heath Ledger Joker doesn't look anything like the Joker from Jack Nicholson's stuff. Not even remotely at all. Right? So... Wait, what? Oh, yeah, I already did that. Okay, so let me just wait over here. Man. I like this blue costume. I still would like to see, you know, some Lego rep, though. Like, classic Lego Batman stuff in the game would be kind of cool. Why did they say no comment? Because that basically implies a couple things. When a developer says no comment to you, they're covering their bases. They don't have to worry about... that you as a journalist or content creator or whatever, you're free to speculate as much as you want when they say no comment. Because it's like, because they said no comment, it doesn't mean no. But it also doesn't mean yes. Like, they're not commenting on it. But a lot of the times when developers say no comment, that means it is there, they just can't say it. Although sometimes developers have said no comment, and, you know, it doesn't come to fruition anyway. But, you know, it's just fun to speculate. Did Jason take on the Red Hood persona after... whatever. Alright, so, we didn't get any super chats, so I'm gonna bounce. I think I answered some questions, but if you guys want, Q&A video, like, leave questions in the, thing. I have another stream yet, so usually we do these Lego Batman streams at the end of the night. I want to get to the, Batman Vengeance stream. I think Terry's gonna be at the game. Like, I think he'll be in the game at the very end. It's Batman's legacy, so... But if you guys have any, like, burning questions and you want me to answer them, write them down in the comment section. Like, this chat playback is going to disappear. So don't count on this chat playback, like, being any help to you in the future. All my chat playbacks erase, because I erase the musical interludes and YouTube erases the stream chat. So if you have a question for me, leave it in the comment section of this video. Or forever hold your peace. Okay? Yep, there's another Batman stream, so don't go anywhere. If you guys still want to hang out with me, I'm doing another Batman game after this. It's Batman Vengeance. We are on Chapter 3 of Batman Vengeance, not House and Garden, the Poison Ivy section of the game. Which is why Poison Ivy is on the cover of the thing. So Batman continues next. Tomorrow at noon. Listen up. Tomorrow at noon, there is a video on all the news that happened in a more concise, bite-sized, 10-minute upload. Talking about all the stuff that happened in the 8-minute thing, plus information I have and confirmation from other things from previous news videos, all thrown into one. It is a full update on everything that's happened thanks to Batman Day, including their Twitter showcasing the animated series suit and some of the other little nuggets of joy that they've been giving people on Batman Day today, which is kind of nice. Both Traveler's Tales and the official Lego thing and the DC Twitter and Facebook and stuff. So all that information will be in tomorrow's video. Look forward to that. And that'll be happening at noon. So don't count on notifications. You're hearing my voice now. Noon tomorrow. Uploaded Lego Batman 4 news video. Probably be about 12 minutes long. Okay? So that's happening tomorrow. Next up is Batman Vengeance. So you'll be redirected. You want to hang out with me, ask me questions, whatever. Hang out over there. But yeah. There we go. Thankfully, we did get 1,000 views, so I did get paid for the stream, so that's great. Again, if you guys want to help out the channel with Super Chats, reminder, my Jeep is busted. It is not street legal. It failed inspection, and we need whatever fan support we can get because we are in a financial plunge, which is not good. And I need to send my wife to Illinois for her mother's burial. So my finances are very limited. If you want to help the channel, all proceeds that you do go directly into our Jeep fund to repair our Jeep. It is going to cost $1,400 to fix our Jeep. Okay? So either watch lots of videos to help with ad revenue, or consider becoming a member, or super chat, because my wife and I need whatever help you can give us, okay? The same rule applies on the next Batman stream, which I'm going to get started. But I was hoping we were going to get like super chats for Q&A, but it didn't happen. So it's not a big deal, but that's why we're pushing for it, is because we're in a big financial problem. Because the Jeep got in trouble this month, which we had no idea. But, you know. Anyway, I'll see you guys on Batman Vengeance.